congratulations. After yesterday, you're giving yourself a fighting chance and you're now back in the mix.
Yeah, that was the most important thing. It was, giving myself a chance when I play on Tuesday. It wasn't my best win. I didn't, I felt a little bit uncomfortable. I just didn't feel right. My arm wasn't. It felt a little bit tight, but I think I was just because I was trying too hard. That's the only explanation. But the most important thing was to get through that game and give myself a chance, and that's what I did.
Game changer in that leg 7. Your throw was under pressure. 180-120 finish. Was that a bit of a body blow to Matt?
Yeah, well, I was hitting 60s and 58s, and it wasn't good enough because he was in a trouble to throw. So, the 180 and the 120 was obviously the big turning point in that game. And I gave myself the opportunity to break him in the 8th leg, and I did. So yeah, that was probably the turning point.
You see a different side to your game at the moment. We all know the top end looks brilliant, scores brilliant, but you're now winning gritty as well. Is that also kind of nice as well? I know you always want to play well, but is that different side?
Yeah, I'd love to win gritty every time. Sometimes it feels like the better I play, I lose. So sometimes when I don't play my best, I win, and it's a strange. Sometimes darts can be a strange game, but all I care about is winning. That's the main ingredient in darts, and I couldn't care less as long as I win. That's all that matters, really.
Do you feel extra pressure tonight because of the defeat yesterday?
I could sit here and say no, but you do, because you just know that if you don't win that game, you're out, and you've got to stay here 2 or 3 more days just to play a game that probably don't mean nothing. I want to be here Tuesday playing a game that means something, and I've given myself that opportunity now, which is the most important thing. And you probably do have that added pressure. Whatever happens on Tuesday, I'll know that it's a game that I can win against Jose, and it gives myself the opportunity to get through the group.
Looking ahead to that Jose game, it's one that if you let him get in front, he's hard to beat. But if you can take him to that deep water and make him scrap, maybe it doesn't go his way. So is that one of the battle plans?
Yeah, he's a fantastic dart player. I've been practicing for the last 2 days. I won't be practicing on Tuesday, but and I've been doing really well practicing with him. He's a great dart player. But I know my capabilities. I know I can beat him, and I have to beat him to get through. So we'll see what happens. I like to make games harder for myself than they need to be. But if I can sort of take doubles out at the right times and score at the right times and not hit these 60s and 57s and 58s that I do, I can run him close and hopefully get over the line.
Yeah, Council, thank you.
Thank you.
Luke, did that have the feel of a knockout game tonight? It was must win, really.
Yeah, we pretty much was a knockout game. I had to win the game. If I didn't win, I was out. So it did have that sort of feel, and that's what adds that extra bit of pressure. And maybe I did try too hard. Usually in games I don't, but it's a weird competition when you're playing a Grand Slam. Every game feels like a knockout game because you're just desperate not to lose. And I was there, but I was just so happy to get over the line. And hopefully on Tuesday I can do the same.
Closing in now on the world's top 16, is that something that's really high on your agenda?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously I wasn't really thinking about this sort of 12 months ago, but it's I'm not really defending too much next year, so it's a great opportunity. I'm obviously defending a good chunk at the Worlds this year, but I'm not defending too much next year, so it's a great opportunity for me to break into the top 16. And whether I'm there for 1 day or 10 years, just to make it once would be a dream come true. Something I never really thought would happen, but yeah, it would just be a dream come true just to break into it once.
It's been a real breakthrough year for you this year. You must feel like you're in a great position to really do some damage between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, this is the time where you can make dreams a reality. We've got 3 big tournaments in quick succession. Everyone says all eyes on the Worlds, but there's plenty of competitions to play in this one and the players before we even think about that. And it's a great opportunity to make a name for yourself. So who knows? There's a couple of competitions for the Worlds, but it's the big time in darts at the moment. It's the big end to the season, and I'm happy to make some waves.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you.
Luke, how would you assess your season so far? Obviously, the UK Open will be a high point, but how do you see you performed on TV?
Yeah, I think I've obviously I can't always play well on TV, but I think I've had a good season on TV. I've had some good performances. I can't always play well. It wasn't my best performance there, but it's a win, and that's the most important thing. I think I've had a great season. It's been an improvement, but I still believe there's a lot more potential. I think everyone knows that. There's so much potential that I can give, but I'm still young and I'm still 26 in the darting age, and there's plenty of time for me to hit the heights I know I can make, but it's just going to take a lot of progress, a lot of time, a lot of experience on the big stage. It will come, but overall this season's been great for me, and still more tournaments, and I'm still in this one to make bigger things happen.
And the fact that you're now qualifying for pretty much all these TV tournaments, that gives you the way you can get into that top 16. You need to be in these TV tournaments.
Yeah, I think I've qualified for absolutely every single ranking tournament this year, including the European tours that I played in, every Players Championship, every single ranking major this year. So I'm going the right way, but you know, it's one of the things that once you get into like the max plays in the Grand Prix, you don't want to be next year not qualifying for them. You've had that taste now, you don't want to stop. So you know, you've got to keep on it, keep going, and keep progressing. And you know, my floor form hasn't been the best the last 3 to 6 months, but it's a nice break now, and I'm going to make sure that when we go back next year, that you know I'm on it and I'm qualifying for them again next year because it's important for the rankings.